Hi, my name is Chason Forehand. I'm with HR for You Incorporated. We are a 501c3 charitable nonprofit on a mission to remove the roadblocks that prevent people from finding living wage employment. When 1/3 of the United States makes below a living wage, we've got to change that stat. Niagara Cares is our latest sponsor, and this video will tell you a little bit more about why we partnered with them.
Hey, Jack.
Hey. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm a field sales manager.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a customer service supervisor.
What type of opportunities have you experienced in your career journey here?
Being able to teach team members and watch them grow and help them grow here at Niagara. Even yourself saying like, oh, thanks so much for, guiding me and being that mentor. That's one of the greatest opportunities I've had so far.
What excites you the most about the future of Niagara?
Being a company that is growing the way that it's growing actually brings me a lot of excitement because it's a lot of opportunities for anything you want to do. You want to develop yourself in maintenance, you can do it. If you want to develop yourself in management, you can do it as well. So being in the company that grows is also putting you in the position of growing as well.
Hello and welcome to the season finale of Time to Change. Today I am thrilled to welcome Alicia Perkins. If you don't know her, where have you been? This lady is killing it. She has been in Forbes. She's been in Money Magazine. She is a career and leadership development coach. She is a speaker, a trainer, and she has the Career Revamp podcast. You should check it out. 58 episodes and counting, my friends. It's incredible. We are thrilled to have her today. Give it up, people. That's right. That's right. So we are thrilled not only to have Alicia here because all the great things that she's doing to create change in the world, but she is one of our partners. And I just can't thank you enough for being here today. We are jumping in. You know how we do it here at Time to Change. It is a deep dive, 15 minutes. We're going to bang it out. And we are talking about thriving versus surviving. And in a day and age when there are more jobs than there are people to fill those jobs, yet there are millions of people that are still without a job. Why is it important to thrive versus survive?
I think it's really important, right? Because when you're talking about thriving, what you're talking about is a mindset that you find yourself in. Like when you start feeling like this is what I have to do, and you're not leaning into this is what I really want, right? And so, and then a lot of times when you're in that mode of having to just survive, what tends to happen is all of your needs, all of your expectations, all of your goals and dreams, that's not even in sight right now, right? Because all you're thinking about is that I need to do whatever I need to do in order to just live. But when you're thinking about thriving, right, it allows you to have a space to where you are able to feel good about, right, that those things that you do. And it allows you to not just feel good, but it allows you to grow. Because I don't think people realize when you're in that state of having to just survive, it doesn't really give you the opportunity to really grow at the pace that you should be growing at.
No, it's a good point because they're really, especially today and age, and this is one of the things I really love about your consistent message on social media and through your website is, you know what? You have the ability to change your story and to create the world and circumstances that you want to have. So I love that. Talk a little bit about your coaching and how you create that for your clients and what you do to get them to a space of thriving.
Yeah, I'm just amazed at how even this work I've been doing full time for almost 4 years now, just even how much this has grown, right? Because I've worked with so many people, and the fact the first initial thought of them being able to hire somebody to help them in their career was completely brand new, right? I think a lot of people were just kind of taught to just, just get through it, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I still meet people to this day that was like, I didn't even know that I could hire somebody to help me with something like this, right? And
No.
so I think the first step with my clients is having to almost allow them to feel that control, right? Because a lot of us was just raised to just like, hey, go to work and just keep your job. And so for us to even have the mindset to believe that I can have a career that I can actually just own it and I can actually enjoy it. For a lot of people, that is very far fetched. And so with the clients that I work with, one of the first things that I have to do is kind of like break down those walls and those old beliefs and different things that everybody has been taught, and saying like, hey, not only are you able to enjoy the work that you do, but you're also able to be paid well, right? Because I
Yeah.
think on the flip side of that is feeling like you have to choose. And so it's just a lot of old mindsets and a lot of self beliefs that I have to really like help them to just like destroy.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I mean,
Hmm.
one of the things I hear consistently when I'm talking to people that teach and work with clients like you do is that, there are preconceived notions that they have. And the first step is getting that out of the way so you can actually do what you do and help them grow. And I think that's great
Yeah,
that you start with a position of, all right, let's talk about what you think and let's get that off the table so that we can move forward. That's an incredible
absolutely.
place to be. One of the things that I love that you've talked about on your podcast, you talk about it in interviews, you've talked about on other people's podcasts.
Everywhere.
Uh, yeah, it's literally the fact that, as a person of color, and especially as a female person of color, you are already, there's underserved communities and then there are underserved communities. So when we take the fact that, okay, there are um, in the market space, already women have not been equalized with men
Mhm.
in the market space, and it should be. We need to be fighting for pay equity, people. But on top of that, when you take a female person of color, now it's even more disparity.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
even more barriers and ceilings that have to be broken through. Talk to us about how you help your clients break through that. Your clients that are female people of color, how do you break through that? And how do you encourage them to move past what is a traditional white male world?
Yeah, and that's, because the clients I do work with, right? I do work with some that are Black, that are white, Asian, right? But, I do notice that when I have to coach somebody that looks like me, right? I can't say the exact same things, right? Because there are different walls and different things that we sometimes have to face. And so even with me having to coach my clients, the first thing I say is that just because something is the norm, it doesn't mean it has to be that way for you, right? And
Right.
the reality is that this world that we live in, right, there are all kind of unfair things. And I think sometimes when it comes to people, if they even think that there is a wall there, that will automatically have them stopped. And so I think it's more about being able to understand that this is the society that we do live in, but understanding that just because that is the truth for everybody else, it doesn't have to be that for you. And so we do sometimes have to work hard, right? And have to put in a lot more effort at times than the people around us. But at the end of the day, like I tell my clients, you are worth the work, and not just feeling
Yeah.
like if you do have to face something that's hard or that's not fair, you are worth the fight that it may have to take. And so I think it's more about not just, these unfair things that are there, but also being able to be in the mindset to understand that you also deserve the same things as everybody else does. And so it's almost like not having yourself in a place to where you just kind of sit back and just accept things as they are.
Again, to the whole point
Mhm.
of not just surviving,
Yeah,
but making sure that you're thriving. And I love
absolutely.
that. And that, I mean, that's a consistent message in everything you do. It's a
Right.
consistent message in every
Hmm.
single thing you do. And I told you before the show started, I really love how you map out not just on your podcast, but all of your media, your website. It's all very clear. It's a concise message. It is
Hmm.
really branded well to say, hey, look, I'm going to help you get to a place where you're thriving. So I really want to give the last few minutes that we have in the show and give you the space to give us three things that you would say to a brand new person that you haven't met. If I was a brand new client and I walked in today and we had already done the work to break down some walls, what are the three things that you would say, we're going to do this so that you can thrive?
First thing is that I'm really clean on. I would tell them that it is not about a dream job, but it is about a dream life. Because I want to be able to, kind of remove them away from feeling like their career has to control everything, and really make sure that I put them in the right mindset to say, hey, though that career is a huge like aspect of your life, it is not your life. And I believe that the purpose of having a career is so that it supports the life that you want. And I know that goes against what we've been taught, but that's the first thing I would say is I don't want you trying to chase a dream job. I want you to get clear on what is a dream life that you want for yourself, and then let's build a career that is going to support that. The second thing I would tell them is that you can only go as far as you grow. Meaning that this is not just about you finding the next job, and this is not you having a list of things that you have to do, but it's more about you having to focus on who is it that you actually want to be, right? And I think that people spend a lot of time in their career worried about the wrong things, rather than them being able to focus on who is the person that I need to be that is going to be able to sustain the success, right? And the third thing that I would tell them is to really move away from the feeling of needing to just prove yourself. It's something I say all the times. Don't
Yep.
prove, just be. Because you can find yourself in a place to where you will reach that success, right? But if you have not been able to really validate yourself, you'll find yourself feeling like you're always in this rat race of trying to prove that you deserve that success. And so I would definitely say to just be and allow yourself to enjoy that success.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hmm.
You're like just crushed it at the end here with three bullets that are just like I love that. I mean, it's such a consistent message and such a
Mhm.
powerful message to people to learn to grow and be better at finding their dream, living out their purpose driven life, thriving and not surviving. Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
And we've got to give it up one more time. Alicia Perkins in the
Thank you.
This has been Time to Change. My name is Chason Forehand. I am the founder of HR for You Incorporated, and we are fighting for pay equity and living wage for all communities. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Alicia, for being here
Thank
today.
you for having me. Thank you.